And welcome back to the Ratchet Clank Let's Play, ladies and gentlemen, and today we're continuing through Orxon. My goodness, this planet's a bit of a bitch. But, you know, it's not as bad as a certain planet I'm going to go through later on, which I have to do in order to progress through the game. I'm really, I despair, I really do. Anyway, last time, when I finished, I kind of underestimated those enemies, but it looks like I might have to get through those guys. I'm going to have to get through those guys in order to actually get that Infobot. It's there, but unfortunately, it'll just tell me to follow it, and it goes off to an area which we'll have to go through such an assault of a course to get through, including this magnet strip. Why'd I have to go through there? Because it's full of enemies as well as those flamethrowers. And also the camera is a little bit uncooperative at this part. Whoa! What the? Oh! That was my fault. Anyway, what am I supposed to select? Now I'm supposed to. Oh, I might as well destroy them with the busy bomb gun. You know, because this is one of my favourite weapons in the entire game, the Bomb Gun. I absolutely think its power is just unrivaled from many guns. It's probably the most powerful, it's probably the second most powerful weapon in the game after the first being the Rhino, but we're not going to get that until later on. We've got those guys. Now let's go through this magnet strip. This magnet strip is a bit of a pain in the arse because there are enemies on there and those flamethrowers. And the corp and that camera as well. Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm trying to keep a cool head here, guys, but really, that magnet strip is making me go through the ends of my Teffer. Jesus, son of a bitch. Just end this already. Need to get rid of that Screamer as well. How come that Screamer survived? No matter. Die. Those Screamers are nothing but trouble. Oh, thank God there's there are pretty much not much Screamers after that. Screamers are usually those blue things that usually alert those mutant crabs whenever I'm in their presence. Alright. This magnet strip is pretty much a bit of a pain in the ass because of these enemies. I swear to goodness, I'm in their range of hitting, and yet it won't register a hit. I'll just ignore the last one. I can't jump. Well, is that a bit of a glitch? Was that a glitch? I actually also discovered that there's a glitch in this one where I get stuck unless I use the Hyper Strike. Anyway, with that being said, we're going to use the taunt on this because because apparently this is of course a skill point. You have to lure one of the mutant crabs into the force field. Well, that qualifies for the skill point if you slightly damage them onto the force field. That means you can absolutely get a skill point. That's the skill point. Alright, so with that being said, let's get those bolts and let's get through that swing shot course. I'm actually looking to see if I can get that one. But I think I might as well get through for the swing shot. Okay. Whoa, I nearly fell off. That would have been disastrous. Whee! Oh, you asshole. What the? Oh, you piffling asshead. Right, I have to destroy those mutant crabs from a distance. And those pterodactyl enemies. Oh dear. Don't you dare go near me. Bang! See what I mean? Unfortunately, I can't find any nanotech crates anywhere else, so that means we'll have to use the shoot them from a distance. At least I'm being a little bit more of a logical person in order to use distance to snipe enemies. At least I've got some good range weapons in this game, even though they're not as good as the ones in the progressively throughout the when the series progresses through the second one and the other entries of the series. So that's why I decided to shoot an enemy from a distance. There's another screamer there, so well, at least the danger is at least the most dangerous part is over. Oh, well, probably the most dangerous part may be still looming near, but oh dear. Missed. Alright, I need to use the Devastator on this one. Right, let's deactivate this force field and let's move on, shall we? Use the bomb gun. Bang! That Infobot really is teasing me, isn't it? Uh-oh, we got ourselves another Blargian bomber. Oh, what was that? Was that a glitch? Anyway, die, Blargian! Right, what can I get? Right, so let's use the bomb glove on those guys. Well, at least I can actually destroy them nearby when they're nearby each other. Okay, so with that being said, let's go through this. I might as well not bother with those guys, because if I do, I might die, and that would have been disastrous. And there's a big magna strip thing, but unfortunately that leads to the Infobot. Right, cutscene time.
Hello again, everyone. Supreme Executive Chairman Drek here to fill you in on our progress. We have now found the perfect orbit for our planet, one which will allow for the optimum temperature all year round. However, there is a planet now occupying that orbit, and sadly, for its few insignificant inhabitants, it must be destroyed. That's why we've created this! The Planet Buster Maximus, a device capable of blowing an entire planet into subatomic particles. We're quite proud of it. Here's how it works. We attach the Planet Buster to this ship, fly it into orbit around the planet, and let it go! Kaboom! Quite ingenious, really. Once our trained professionals put the finishing touches on our new planet, everything will be complete. Thank you! Goodbye.
Now this guy's gonna blow up an entire planet? That's just mean.
That's what I've been telling you.
Look, I'm still gunning for Quark. If we end up taking out Drek too, hey, fine. What?
You do care.
Don't push it, pal.
Oh, Ratchet. You're now realizing what Drek it really is. You now realize the gravity of the situation right now. Well, at least Ratchet now realizes who the enemy is, but he's still gunning for Quark. Which will pretty much be evidence of his disappointment later on. Okay, with that being said, we have to we're gonna continue this part in this video, this recording part, so because we can. Oh, for God's sake, stupid toads! I hate those little critters. They really piss me off. Those critters do. Well, that's what I should have done in the first place. Use the Pyrociter on them. Alongside that, we've also got a gold bolt to get. Well, we're going to get a couple of gold bolts in this part, but I'm going to cut right after getting that first gold bolt. I'm going to cut to the part where I actually get that second gold bolt. It's behind a huge mound of walls, which can be destroyed using the Visibob gun. So with that being said, we're going to go right into the part where Clank previously ventured before, but that's also an opportunity to get tons of bolts as well. Well, at least I'm a person who really wants to get all those get a majority of those powerful gadgets in order to help the boss it with some of the bosses, the later boss fights. Don't you dare bite me, or so help me, I'll swing for you. Yeah, that's what Ratchet's thinking. Oh, Damn it. God damn it. Can't I just get a break for once? Right, let's grind for some more bolts with the metal detector. Alright, with that being said, we are going to be not only grinding for bolts, we're also going to be grinding for gold bolts and skill points. So that's why I'm going to be going back to not only the Nebula G34, the Blarg Tactical Research Facility, but also Metropolis, because I'm actually realised we actually missed 2 of the skill points there. Shooting down a blimp, and of course getting rid of that Quark robot that instructed us to go to the end of the fitness course, which allows us to get that swing shot in the first place. Well, pay for it because of Helga figure we've disgraced it. Okay, we've got the gold bolt, so with that being said, let's jump cut to the part where I get the second bolt, because I don't want to spend all the time getting all those walls down. So with that being said, jump cut time! And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now right at the area where we shall be getting that second gold bolt of Orxon. After that, we are finished with Orxon, so no need to go back there again. Thank bloody God. This stage really has annoyed me when I played this. In not only my test playthrough, but when I played this game on the PS2. This really isn't a great... this place really is a bit of a hard game. And also, you know why I've got less bolts? I accidentally bought the Mind Glove. Yeah, no, that's very thoughtless of me and a bit stupid for me to do. But, you know, I might still make up with that once I get all the bolts from the later stages. So that means not buying anything until we cleared at least Altanis. Planet Altanis, the post-apocalyptic planet, which has been torn apart by the Blargs later on. So that means we won't be able to get another gadget until at least after Altanis or when we enter Planet Quartu. And this part really made me a bit of a droning. I'm really drained in this part. I just feel like playing this has been a bit of a... So far I love Ratchet Clank, don't get me wrong, it's a great game, but it has its fair share of annoying moments, especially with this stage in Altanis. Well, with that being said, we are finished. Well, we're going to check to see if we can get a lot of bolts anywhere else. But I'm not going to go inside there because I'm just wasting more time just to bore the audience out. Let's check to see if we've got any more boxes in here. Well, those resurrected when I died. Right, I think we... Alright, where are we going? We're going to get some more bolts. Don't be obnoxious, Toadie. You're not my... Don't you dare bite me. If you bite me, so help me, I will attack you. Ratchet's motto, if toads bite... Attack back. God damn it. The explosion recoil just feels like a bit awkwardness. But when in the second game, it contributes 2 points of damage unless you have more of the advanced armor. Oh yeah, spoilers, ladies and gentlemen, but you know, some people have played Ratchet Clank 2, so I don't think that's going to be pretty much noticeable. So at least some people have actually played this game, actually played Ratchet Clank 2 and 3 as well, so at least I won't be able to spoil anything. I know some people might think I am, if those who haven't played the second game, but, well, that's what I think, in my personal instinct. Right, so with that being said, we're going to exit Orxon right now. Let's get off this polluted and absolute shithole of a planet. Okay, so we're going to go off to the Blarg Station first because of that gold bolt. We need to get that gold bolt in order to in order to complete that planet, or that nebula as it's known as. There's also a nebula called Maktar, which is also a casino area, and of course the first arena of the game. Of the second game anyway. Right, so with that being said, we have gone back to the Blarg Tactical Research Facility, and this is the Mind Glove. Yes, explore outside because Ratchet has the O2 mask and he can actually breathe in outer space with it. Unfortunately, well, maybe point out the obvious, but nobody can breathe outer space because outer space has no air into it, as was Orxon, because Orxon is a poisonous planet, it's unbreathable. Previously with Ratchet, prior to getting the O2 mask, because that's how Clank discovered and explored Orxon. Pretty much like what he did here in this area. Do I destroy anything here? No, I can't. And is there anything in there? Let's make sure. Unfortunately, no. There's no bolts in those. It's not really, so that's not really worth destroying over. I can't get up, so might as well use the boxes in order to get through. There we go. And we got the gold bolt. And I'm going to take care to... now what I have to do is to get back. Well, I'm going to go around the same way Clank did, because we've also got some metal detection bolts we need to get as well. Okay, so that was done. Those toadies were a pain in the arse. Well, thank God we don't get to see those guys anymore after this. Thank God, because I've had enough of those toads for once. Those guys really pissed me off when I played the game on the PS2 and on my test playthrough. I was really annoyed for those toadies. Whoa, that was a close shave. That would have been a real disaster if I actually fell off. Oh dear, so let's get those boxes now. There's a lot of... I need to make up for those bolts after getting the Mind Glove. Well, it was my fault, definitely, so at least I got a lot of bolts to catch up on and grind as well. Well, bolt grinding, that's what it's called. Means collecting anything, spending time to collect anything. Especially what Johnny did in his Mega Man 7 review. Well, some call me Johnny. He ground for bolts in order to get some items from the shop in Mega Man 7. Okay, with that being said, let's go back to Planet Kerwan's Metropolis. Because we've got 2 skill points to get. We are going to get some more bolts as well. And we'll be ending part 16, this part. I believe it's been this long. Well, I expected this to be this long, but so far, it's been a real long LP. Well, I'm also going to do a Sonic CD playthrough as well, alongside this. But before that, well, let's destroy that Quark robot. Booyah! So we're going to try and get that Quark blimp. Oh, I've missed. Right, let's aim up a little bit higher. Let's see if it hits. If it hits. Yes! Skill point! Might as well do it in the same way that Johnny says, screw it, egg! Oh, those guys were... those guys really were commanded by the Blarg, but seeing as they no longer are here because of their defeat, they had to retreat. Well, poetry, by the way. Well, there's only the dogs and the mine layers as well. Oh, mine layers. I'm not quite sure if there are mine layers there. Well, let's see if we get... There's no boxes there, so at least I destroyed some of them. Right, let's get some of those boxes. Oh, the music. The music in Ratchet and Clank is just absolutely beautifully done. I just actually think that the music is one of the best things about this game, as well as the graphical presentation being great for PS2 standards. It was brilliant at the time of the PS2. On the PS3, they don't look too bad. They still look pretty good, but there are a few graphical glitches here and there. Well, that's really good. Anyway, with that being said, let's end this part, and until next time, we'll see you guys later for when we take on Planet Hoven, when we get rid of that Planet Buster missile that Drek made. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in part 17.